So you can try new things. You go through life. You try new things. Apparently, the statistics that I saw for for having a job, it's 3 years for a new job, 7 years for a career. So going from being a police officer to an IT dude, I know that that's someone that I know from going from being a mechanic to being a service advisor. That's still essentially the same sort of career path. To cleaning chimneys. So I know someone that went from being a dirty, filthy mechanic to being a I don't know what was the dude's name in Mary Poppins, the chimney dude, the dude. So we try things. So all we can really do in life is try things. We move forward. We may or may not have the skills to do it. So I went to uni to study film because I've always wanted to do film. But it turns out a lot of it's networking. I don't network. As a general rule, I don't like talking to people about what they want to talk about. I know it's a failing of mine. It almost seems completely narcissistic. I don't believe that it is. I don't think I'm a narcissist. But me not wanting to talk about garbage that other people want to talk about that I have no interest in. Like one of our lecturers at uni, she made a film. I found the concept of the film so incredibly boring that I could only get 40 seconds through a 2-minute long trailer. There was nothing in the trailer. Now, I understand it wasn't made for me, which is a term that seems to be used in the film industry quite a bit now. It wasn't made for me. But I'm just a normal dude. I like watching normal dude stuff. Like I even did that really quick review on the second season of Star Trek, and I've sort of gone back and thought about it, and there were a lot of garbage episodes. Like Spock turning into a human and suddenly talking like a bro dude from California that had emotional retardation. That was a really stupid episode. And I've already mentioned the musical one. So I was having a conversation with someone about it and how they were trying to explain it away, but Technobabble wouldn't. And then there was another one that's mentioned in that video. It was only a few videos ago. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, we try different things. So I went to film school, realized that it was more networking than anything else. Also realized that you didn't even really need a film degree, but at the end of the day, I sort of thought you did. But I thought I could build the skills for networking, or at least build the network while I was in school, while I was in uni. I thought I could build the network, not to forego the required legwork to do it. There's always legwork. There's always work. There's always going to be adversaries. Watch the last video. It's the nature of the universe. And the pressure, that's also the nature of the universe. So I went back to mechanicking after working as a checkout chick in a servo for a few years. But you've always got to, test the waters. You know, when you're a little baby, apparently jam your elbow when you've got kids or you're bathing kids or whatever. In context, there's nothing wrong with that statement. Piss off. Anyway, apparently you use your elbow to check the water because, the skin on your elbow is far more sensitive than your hand, and my caked up cactus old hands basically stick my hands in boiling oil that I'm about to tip out of my cauldron onto the people attacking my castle. And I probably wouldn't even feel it, so I can understand. But as the baby gets older, you don't need to test it with your elbow. You can tell what sort of temperature the water's at, even with your insensitive hands. But also, the baby has faced adversarial pressures. It's been in the world. It's been eating dirt. It's probably been kicked and punched in the face by dogs and cats. And your dad's probably dropped it on its head more than once. It happens. I'm not saying it's necessarily happened to me, even if it would explain a few things. Anyway, that's not my point. My point is, you taste the dirt, you don't eat it again, or you do eat it again. You taste the worms, you taste the bugs, you taste test everything. And then the water, well, I like it a bit hotter, Oh no, fuck, that's too hot. That one's just right. So, was it the mama bear or the baby bear stuff that was just right? I can never remember. I know that mama bear did a plateful and she was grateful, but that's a different story. Anyway, you get my point. My point is literally that we try things. We try new things. Fear is one of your adversaries. It's one of the things that needs to be, I don't know, for lack of a better term, embraced. They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. If it's one of your enemies, grab onto that bitch and ride that Bronco to the 7-second bell. That's all that's required at this juncture, is to actually move those few steps forward. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say on the subject. If the levels of music and talky or soundy, noisy stuff is incorrect, I am again trying new things. I'm taste testing the water. In my ear buckets, the music level sounded fine. I know it's finished now. I've been talking too long, longer than this song was. So I've been trying different styles of music. I just found the classical stuff was near putting me to sleep, so I can't imagine what it was doing to you guys. Anywho, anyhow, if you can't be good at it. That's all I've got to say about that. And I mean, really do whatever you want. I'm not